Welcome. We are here. Merry Christmas to everyone who has decided to join us for this year-end review and Christmas party. Yes, we are starting, finally. And yes, the video beforehand was Koronagami Wannabe. So that was one that I made, but I thought funny. I thought it would not be what your expectations were, because your expectations were to see... well, it's the Koronagami, and it wasn't. So, ho, 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 and welcome. I'm sitting here. I've got the most pagan Christmas tree ever with our star on top, as well as I am accompanied by the Grinch with a piece of the Kron in his fork, ready to go. So let's go ahead and dive in. So we will be taking a look at what happened this year on this channel and what's going to be coming up in the future year. So let's see. Hi, my wife is here. Fantastic. Welcome. So we're going to be taking a look. Let me know if the Christmas music in the background is too loud or too quiet. I'm not sure. Hey, welcome. I don't think I recognize you, but you could have just renamed yourself. Womb to the Tomb. Hey, welcome, friend. Come on in, take a seat, and you are more than welcome to be here. Mic's just fine. Fantastic. I've had some issues with this mic this year, so I want to make sure it's okay. You could be a little lower. Okay. Is this quiet enough? Yeah, it's all good. All good. I just want something light in the festive in the background. No. Well, you should have realized how your husband would have taken it. Long-time viewer, but I'm new to the chat. Well, welcome. It's good to see you. I don't have my cider yet. That's for later, and the eggnog as well. Nope, I just have some chai tea for now to get me through the live stream. Should be named Mohammed. I should dress him up next year as Mohammed, and we definitely should be doing that. Definitely should. So this year, I want to take a look at the top 10 videos that I have on this channel. And that would be just because I was kind of surprised by which ones were in the top 10 and how they're actually doing. To let you guys know who've invested in this ministry, who's paying attention, watching, so forth. Let you guys know, okay, this is how things are going. This is where we're going. And this is where we plan on being next year, hopefully. So, and then next year, next to this, right after this live stream will be the members only live stream, which I'll go through a little bit more of a detail of what's going on with this channel. That because people are investing in it, they should definitely know. And it keeps me accountable. So let's go ahead and take a look at our top 10 videos. And I think we will start with number 10. So the lowest views this year. Now, these could be videos from any time throughout the year. Let me know in the live chat if you've actually already seen these or not. I probably won't play all of them. If they're short clips, sure, I'll play them. If they are long form videos, I'll probably skip them. So let's go ahead and start this party off, and let me pause the music. There we go. Okay, let's begin. I think this one was number 10 on the list, which 100% proof the Quran is false. So this one was number 10 on our list. It's got 10K views this year. For a short, so this is only like a minute long. This thing has like almost 2,000 watch hours on it. That's a lot for a short. It's a minute long. That's a lot of people watching it over and over again. Got 118 subs from this one. So let's go ahead and hit play on it. Let me know if you can hear the audio. 66. And indeed, for you in
I can't hear the audio.
Kron, so 16, 66. And indeed, for you in raising livestock is a Kron.
This might be all horrible.
Audio's good. Okay, so it's just me that can't hear it. Oh! Well, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and do this bugger then. 16, 66. And indeed, for you in grazing livestock is a lesson. We gave you drink from what is in their bellies, between excretion and blood, pure milk, palatable to the drinker. Whoa, wait here. This is a little utterly foolish here. I have milk cows and I have milk goat. And in both cases, the milk isn't coming from the belly. It's pretty obvious where it comes from. It comes from the udder. And it's not between the excretion and the blood. That just makes no sense at all. On top of that, milk is not palatable to all drinkers, as this surah clearly claims. In fact, a lot of Arabs are lactose intolerant. So in the surah, it's pretty obvious that Allah doesn't know where milk actually comes from. To be honest with you, this is a huge, utter. So my wife is telling me you guys are hearing it twice, which is really kind of weird. Oops. Turn that back on. I have the wrong camera on. C'est la vie. So let me disconnect and try this again. Stop screen. Let me try to add that back on. See, there's
technical difficulties.
My wife, of course, told me afterwards.
Oh no, the audio was fine, Eric. It's okay.
There. Yeah, I don't got it. Okay. So thankfully, I already know what is in the video itself, so I can go ahead and talk through it. I have no clue why that audio is not working for me. That's weird. A little bit louder than my voice. Well, I don't plan on talking it over the video. So this one is our least popular out of our list. So we'll go ahead and just plug on through all of them just real quick for anyone that's curious about them. And then we'll go into the statistics for this year compared to last year. Just the same stuff that I do basically every year, just because a lot of you guys invest in this ministry, are interested in how it's going. Let you guys know what's happening. So let's see here. So our next one on the list here was actually one from the conference in Florida, from the Apologetics Con. This is the one that Inspiring Philosophy did. Jesus versus the Pagan Gods. This one's a rather long one, but he gets into some pretty interesting details, a lot of information on it. That one's got 16K on it, views. So it did pretty decent this year. There we go. Yep, did pretty decent this year. It's got like 2.6K hours on it, and 150 of you guys have joined us from this. So, yeah, the whole cow thing, that's talking about the last video. No, that's not how cows work. Blood, milk, and poop. No, Muhammad is wrong. So I just don't get it. But they'll take it and then try to make excuses for how it's actually written, and try to fill in the blank and help Allah out with his sort of audio with it. So say la vie. So let's go ahead and hit our next one on our list. That one is number 8. This one is the Song of Solomon one that I did, and we share this one instead. And here, let's go ahead and take a look, since this is a shorter video. Muslims claim that Muhammad is mentioned by name in the Bible.
In the original Hebrew, it sounds like this: "Thikko mumtakim vikullo Muhammadim zaydudi vizara'i bin Yerushalayim." His mouth is most sweet. He is Muhammad, a prophecy by name.
If that claim is true, then we should be able to replace that word with Muhammad in every place it is used in the Bible. Thus says the Lord God, behold, I will profane my sanctuary, the pride of your power, Muhammad of your eyes. Our holy and beautiful temple, where our fathers praised you, is burned up with fire, and all Muhammad are laid waste. Nettles shall possess their Muhammad of silver. Thorns shall be in their tents. For you took my silver and my gold, and carried off Muhammad to your temples. It is quite clear that any Muslim who is using this argument is either a fool or a dishonorable liar. Well, I, for one, did learn something. So there you go. That one is sitting at about 21K views. Now, this is, I still get this comment all the time from Muslims. Well, this is where it's at. Looky here. It's in the Song of Solomon. Muhammad is there. No, it is not. So it's only got like 315 hours on it. So 315 hours on it. But it's a short, so I'm not really surprised. It's when I got a short that has a lot of hours on them. Boy, like, really? This is weird. 146 of you guys have joined us from that one. So these are in line of views. Yep, Merry Christmas. So, in other words, your husband talking about all this has inspired you to do a video maybe before the end of the year. So make sure to check out El Iso Elohim for that. El Iso Elohim for that to see what she comes up with before the end of the year. Hopefully. But we'll find out. Maybe it'll be after the year. I don't know. It's going to be a crazy year. So that would be sitting there refuting Islam. It's still I still think it's a pretty decent argument. It's like, actually apply this to what's going on. Why is Muhammad also called cross-dressing? He dressed like, yes, he dressed in little girl underwear. The hadith are pretty clear about that. So that's why he would be referred to as that in a lot of ways. Saying, hey, look at that. And thank you very much, Andrew, for adding my wife's wonderful channel to this. So go check that out for her upcoming. Yep, wore her clothes. Now, a lot of times Muslims will try to say that the word translated there, well, that could mean her bed. This really doesn't help the argument. But because it does remove it from Muhammad wearing clothes, but the closest thing that it would be translated as strictly would be her underwear. So that is pretty harsh. I don't have the reference with me unless, oh, you already got it. Right there. Perfect. Thank you very much. Yep. So there's a lot of that. I know I've done quite a few videos on it. I know David Wood's done quite a few videos on that topic. Probably like in June, I will probably do it again because that's like, I think that is like the LGBTQ month that they're all celebrating. So I'll put that on out there. So let's go on to number 6. So, oh, wait, hold on. Not number 6, the one before that. So this one here is number 7. So we share this one instead. Number 7. Oh, and this is the question I asked when we were down in Florida.
How can we use the Islamic concept of the eyes in Sunan Abi Dawud 203? I'm from Kentucky. Please give me some grace if that's just butchered.
And
Does anyone know what that's referring to?
yes, I do.
Boy, we were goofing off and we popularized a hadith. Hadith, so that's a collection of Muhammad's sayings and teachings, and Sunan Abu Dawud, it's one of their main collections, number 203. Muhammad said, "The eyes are the leather strap of the anus." And we all thought that, because we couldn't figure out what that meant, right? So I had to actually do a research project and go to their scholars to figure out what he's talking about. The eyes are the leather strap of the anus. And so I finally figured it out. So the leather strap is the leather strap on a water bottle. And so he put a strap around it to seal it. And what Muhammad was saying was that when you're awake, your eyes are open and you have like conscious control over what comes out of you. Whereas if you're asleep, your eyes are closed, then you don't know what's going to slip out. And so it was a way of telling people, hey, wash up when you get up, which, I mean, he could have just said that. But he puts it as the eyes of the leather strap of the anus, and we just kind of popularized it to make fun of things. But what the real point is, Muhammad in the Hadith brags about his supernatural eloquence and way of explaining things. And I don't know, I just think that's like probably the worst way you could possibly say that. So anyway, it just became, now everyone says it because we made a joke out of it.
I really do think we need t-shirts though.
Yeah, oh, they're coming. They're coming. Yeah, the eyes are the leather strap of the anus, Prophet Muhammad. I'm gonna wear that at the Dome of the Rock next time, anyway.
I just ask them.
So there you go. And the poor pastor there who asked the question had no clue what he was asking because of the way I phrased it. And yeah, I kind of felt bad for that. And I apologize afterwards. Kind of spring him on that. I did see your request there. And I have made him, he is a moderator. So he's now on that list. We need a t-shirt. Well, I might ask Elle to do some artwork for it. If she does, we might be covering that in later on in the video of some options that might be coming down the pipe for you guys. So that one there, I think that's why. That one there got... I think it is, man. The other one's Muhammad. That's 22K on that one, view-wise. 585 hours people have watched this thing. Holy cow. That's only like 2 minutes long. It can now become a short. And they got 100. We have 122 subs from that. For that one. And yes, we will definitely look at a shirt or something with David. If he hasn't already done it. If he has already done it, then I'll just post about it. Let you guys know about it. But I don't know if he has. So the next one on the list is about the same length. Sure, this one said it's again, it's from that conference. That conference down there. Guys, if you have not looked at that conference yet, look at Apologetics Con 2025. They are doing it again, so you might want to look at possibly going there because, man, a lot of my popular videos have come from that one. So we'll hit play on this one. So we've got some dates here that Ali Dawah has recommended not to buy. This is number 6.
Solomon medal dates, which are known to be Israeli products. Boycott them because we're not going to break our fast with the blood of our brothers and sisters.
I think that's probably not even true.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Well, I just base this on, like, everything I've ever heard from Ali Dawah has been a complete lie, so it's like a boy who cried wolf thing.
So I'm not a fan of dates.
I don't even like dates because I eat the ajwa dates. The ajwa dates for Islamicized me, and they taste like, I don't know, feet, like sweet feet.
These are better.
Like that.
These are better.
These are like,
we'll
you sure
find
this
that.
isn't a big cockroach? So are we eating these?
No, careful. No, there's a pit in there.
I can't even stand. Be careful because they got rocks inside.
Like,
All right, the more disgusting date.
it was actually good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's the best thing I've ever had in my life.
Seriously, what's in this?
This is by far the
best date I've ever had in my life.
This is some straight Willy Wonka stuff right here. Slugworth would kill to get this. I go on another date.
I think everyone should buy these.
Tastes like it was made by angels.
Yes, handcrafted.
This is the food of the Garden of Eden here.
So King Solomon dates, huh?
King Solomon.
From Israel. Fantastic.
A little wiser already.
Wow. Thank you, Ali Dawa. Without you, we would not have had these dates right here. We wouldn't even have thought of it. Wouldn't even have thought of getting these Israeli dates.
No, great recommendation.
Hey,
Put a link down below.
everyone out there, be sure to get a box of these delicious Israeli dates and tell them Ali Dawa sent you.
Write that in the review on Amazon.
Yes.
And we're not ashamed of that either.
Nope.
We're proud of that.
And make sure to eat 4, unless you're Muhammad. Then you can have as many dates as you want.
So there you go, guys. Now, again, I would highly recommend if you guys know of any conferences that are going, any Christian apologetics conferences going on, I highly, highly recommend going to them because you never know who you will meet up with. Now, I don't know if they were actually found to be made by Muslims. Don't know. Don't really care. That's not kind of the point. The point was, hey, they're trying to ban these because they believe that they are. I would find it kind of funny if it was actually by Muslims. And here's Ali Dawa trying to ban them. And lo and behold, not so much. So that one there is sitting at, that one's got 26,000 views on it this year. That's 512 watch hours so far. And 153 of you guys have joined us from that video alone. So yeah, pretty cool. We got to meet all of them. Actually, most of them I already knew. I knew David long before this conference. I knew John before this one. Vocab, I've probably known Vocab the longest out of this group, other than, you know, my family there. My lovely, lovely wife. And then we've got, let's see. So I just met, the only one I've really just met, well, I met John McCrae on live streams before because we were Patreon members of his, so we did meetings with him prior, just online, but this was the first conference I was able actually to meet him in person. And then we've got, yes, you're right. Anyone in the comments, I almost forgot that my wife was in the lineup, okay? And I was like,
Oh, look, I know most of these people beforehand.
yeah, my wife, I've known her quite a while. So then we have, so I think, yeah, IP is the only one that I met at this conference that I didn't know beforehand. John McCrae I knew before, just in live streams. So, but it's pretty cool. You get to spend a lot of time with these guys whenever you do conferences together. You get to actually meet the people that you've watched and talk with them. And I was able to meet quite a few people that knew me beforehand. And actually, one of them came up to me and it's like, oh, I know who you are. Oh, cool. I'm so glad you're here. It's so awesome that you came down. Yeah, Thaddeus from Reasoned Answers, right? No, I'm not Thaddeus. But it would have been funny because I also told Thaddeus he should definitely attend there. Just sweet feet to made by angels. Yep, absolutely. David Wood and IP are your inspiration. Cool. So yeah, make sure to come along. I know in the Apologetics Conference has their list of some of their speakers out. I don't know if that's subject to change, but if you look at that down in Florida, I know that IP will be speaking. I think John McCrae's speaking. I didn't see anyone else in here in this room from that list. So let's see here. So the next one on the list of the top 10 videos on this live stream from this year. Let's go to here. which is, of course, David Wood's shocking reveal of his shirt. Number 5.
People send me messages and said they're going to brutally murder me if I show up.
Oh, okay.
So I invented my own form of body armor.
Yeah, that's right.
Brand new form of body armor. You can't stab me without stabbing your butt. I'm now the safest man in the world.
So this is going to protect David from any harm, any stab wounds, anything with any violence, because he has the Holy Quran on his shirt. Protect him from any danger.
I have become indestructible.
So that is sitting there at 39.8K. It's got 484 hours, and 135 of you guys have joined us. And yes, that shirt is for sale. David Wood has it for sale if you guys want to check that out. So we have he has that available for people who keep asking me, where do I buy this? Well, he's got it for sale, so you can go get it from him. ISO Elohim, my wife did design it. So she designed it, put it together, and then they worked on it back and forth for a while to get it the right design that he wanted. So now let's change of pace for the next one. Again, another short. Shorts seem to get a lot of views, just not. They lack in like ad revenue and other options from that watch time. Normally, shorts don't give you a lot of watch time either. But this one is, are you still praying?
Heavenly Father, it's been a long time since Are you praying? I'm sorry. I need your help. Well, that's a first. I'm in trouble and I can't do this alone. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love this. He's still praying. Now that I'm unworthy, Father, I'm saying my children. Do you honestly think that he will help you after what you just did? You are tainted goods. You're not even worth his effort anymore. Even if he did help you, do you think I will ever leave you alone? Ever? There is nothing that I won't do to you. No temptation, no low that you won't sink to. I know you, Kevin, and you are nothing. Nothing. I am greater than him. I am certainly greater than you.
So that was a movie that came out last year. I did that with John from Newton Sci-Fi. I did like a whole review with him. We've worked together quite a bit. And that was actually one of the more, I'd say probably one of the most enjoyable ones that Angel Studios come out of. The Shift. I think the issue is they just don't do very good advertisement when it comes, definitely for this movie. I think it's very poorly advertised. Not a lot of people knew about it, kind of went under the radar, even though I thought it was an epic movie. So I see that there with the Checkmate Jihadis t-shirt. Yep, I pinned that at the top of this live stream. Please make sure you go and get it from him if you want to purchase it. So, yep, I thought they did a great job with that one. I've done a lot of reviews with John Newton from Newton Sci-Fi, and got a little bit more of a mention about him later on. But this one was just, we did the review, and I was like, man, this is just such an epic scene. It needs more focus. This whole channel, the whole movie needs more focus. We need to get it out of there. And welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Peace and blessings. Merry Christmas to you and all your family. So welcome to the live stream. So that one is sitting, like I said, number 4. So this was kind of a surprise for me because it's not what I typically do. I don't normally do like movie reviews. That's John's thing, not mine. And this one is sitting at 57,000 views. And watch time, again, it's just a short, but it's got 842 views. So 842 hours watched on that one there. Sorry if I misspoke on that one. And 258 of you guys have joined us this year from this video alone, and still blows my mind because I just at a whim decided, I'm going to put this together. I'm going to add some, some text to it and format it correctly to help advertise for this. And boom, there we go. We, in fact, just did another review on Homestead, the latest video from Angel Studios over on John Newton Sci-Fi. So let me see here. Let's go ahead and dive into, we're getting to the top 3. So number 3 here, and this really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that's watched my channel for too long here. This one's funny that this one has done so well. Show this one instead. So this is back again to the Apologetics Conference. Apologetics Con 2024 is where it's from. Down in Florida. They're again doing it. Made a note of it. Yes, Phil, it is a good movie. It's pretty solid. From Angel Studios there. So this one, and I'll just let it explain because it explains for himself. And this is my wife who asked this question at this conference. And there are like 700 people at this conference. The big stage area, and she asks this question:
Why does David Wood hate Mike Winger so much when Mike's clearly cooler?
Oh, look at him. Look at him.
Why do I not like Mike Winger? My goodness, where do I begin? His nerd face, his nerd videos, his nerd glasses, his nerd shirt, his nerd hair, sitting in front of his nerd books and his nerd bookshelves. And don't even get me started on his fans. Everyone else has like cool names, so they're like John McCrae. He's his channel's What Do You Mean? So he calls his fans the meme team. What are Mike Winger's fans called? The Wingalings. What is that? It sounds like you're calling them dingalings. Who's going to do that to his own fans? And it's I don't know. It seems like something a psychopath would do. And so I'm just saying, it would not surprise me at all if police investigate and find like severed heads in his freezer in his garage. He's basically the worst person in the world, and I'll leave it at that.
Chip, next year, could you get him and Mike Winger on stage to have a talk together? I think it'd be great.
Hey, what was that again?
Get David and Mike.
So with that being said, Mike actually did post on this. Mike Winger came over and posted on this video his response right here. The funniest part is that he's not the one who called anyone a wingaling. David and John made it up. John McCrae made it up. And they're the ones using it. And here's David making fun of that. That is hilarious. But yeah, that one is pretty popular. So, of course, he had to definitely mention it. It's got 64,000 views on it. It's got 950 hours watched on a short, on a video that is 1 minute long. Yep. But that still pales in comparison to the one that's coming up. So, and the number of subs that have joined us from this, we have 105 of you have joined us from this video here. So that is number 3 on our list. Since I don't see any new comments, we'll roll on to number 2, which actually last year at this time, number 2 was our number 1, and I was amazed by how it had grown. Well, it has been overtaken by our number 1 spot this year. Quran 54, 1 through 2 claims that the moon has been split, and many Muslims claim that NASA has proven that the moon was split in two. But is that true? The ridges found by NASA that the Muslims are referring to are lobate scarbs. Lobate scarbs are caused by the cooling and shrinking of the moon, not the moon being split. The youngest lobate scarb is 100 million years, according to NASA. In that article that the Muslims are referring to, Muslims claim that Muhammad witnessed the splitting of the moon in the 6th century. This is a little bit of a discrepancy of dates, give or take 99 million years. Next time a Muslim says that there are no scientific errors. So there you go. That is the moon splitting one that has been very popular on this channel. Again, that's mostly in reply to the first moon splitting one, which didn't do as great. And Muslims kept pointing, saying, oh, NASA has proven it. NASA has proven it. And I looked into it and was like, no, it's just skin deep. There's nothing actually here. This is actually pretty poor. So that one was my most popular one last year when I did this highlight. In fact, I even did a stream based upon it, the first of this year, because I kept inviting Muslims saying, hey, if you think I'm wrong about this, come join me, come talk. And guess what? They didn't show up. Seems to be a pretty big typical thing that Muslims seem to do. They'll yell that you're lying, and then when you ask them, what am I lying about? They disappear. And it's like, man, I don't mind being confronted if I'm wrong about something. I would just like, if you're saying I'm wrong about something, to know what I'm wrong about, and then to have a conversation about it. That would be fantastic. Instead, they ditched pretty quick on that one. So now, that one this year, so not including last year, just this year alone, this one's an older video. That one this year has got 72,000 views on it. Over this entire year, there has been 759.9 hours watched of this. That's a long, long time. And there are 281 subscribers from that. So 281 of you guys have joined us from that event. So let me check a couple of things here. Fantastic. And number one, let's go ahead and roll right into the number one spot. This, of course, can only be from this year because it blew by everything else and blew everything else out of the water and is now sitting at the number one spot of videos viewed on my channel. That would happen to be 100% proof Muhammad in the Bible. David Wood would have to agree. So if you guys have seen this, let me know, but we're going to go ahead and hit play and let it show its own case. 100% proof that Muhammad is in the Bible, and David Wood would have to agree. According to the Quran, Muhammad must be in the Bible. Where do we find this rock-solid proof? In 2 Peter 2, 1 through 3. He clearly fulfills 6 points according to Islamic teachings. But there were false prophets among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you. They will secretively introduce destructive heresies, even denying the sovereign Lord who bought them, bringing swift destruction on themselves. Many will follow their depraved conduct and bring the way of truth into disrepute. In their greed, these teachers will exploit you with fabricated stories. Their condemnation has long been hanging over them, and their destruction has not been sleeping. There we go. So let me remove that. So yep, that is by far the most popular video on there. And yes, it's satire. It's like all the claims Muslims make, and it's like, no, really, it's going to sound like a Muslim's making this claim, but you know what? It's not. Because after all, that is the closest place you can find in it. Now that was done, actually, I think it's posted last year. Now that I'm looking at it, it was posted last year. So that's not from this year. It's from October of last year. But yeah, that has become the number one video on this channel. It is currently, just from this year alone, it is looking at 219,000 views on it. 219,000 views on that video alone from this year. That one there, as far as hours go, it has got 3,144 hours this year. That's a lot. That's a lot for a short. For a short. There's a lot of views on, but yeah, that's a lot of hours. So that is not even, again, that's about a minute long. So 1 second here. So that's pretty big. Yeah, tell me about it. Holy cow. That's what I said when I saw that actually happening. I was like, whoa, this thing's going crazy. Why? Well, I know why, because Muslims are looking for that answer. They want to see that answer, and they're seeing that. Now, that is equivalent to someone watching it continuously, well, to it being watched continuously on loop for 131 days straight. That's a lot. Oh, yeah, drum roll. Yep. I got you on that one. I got you. So that is how it is going. So let me go ahead and... So those are the top 10 videos on this channel. So let's take a look at how this channel has grown. How many of you guys have joined us in the years leading up. So I go back 4 years, just keeping track of this channel's growth and views and everything. We'll go through that in just a second. Let me pull it on up and also put on the music. Background. Goat, goat, goat. Well, none of the goats got that high. So, hey, not yet at least. We'll find out. Some of those videos did come on later on this year, so we'll see what happens by the end of next year. See if they got taken over. So let's go ahead and hit these topics here. So let's say views per year. So let's go and pop up. So yep, Excel, very simple. So view in 21, so 2021, the entire year, this channel only had 2,945 views. That was it for the entire year. The following year, that went up to 77,610. Large jump there. That's when we... But even if you look at the graph, that still doesn't look that big because the next year is just such a huge jump. 2023 was such a huge year for this channel. That was... In that 1 year, we got 661,973 views. And then this year, we got another 200,000, a little under 200,000 more. So we're still growing, still going up. Fantastic as far as that goes. View-wise, looks good. Just to let you know, it is growing, and that is in no small part thanks to you guys. Because let's be honest, you guys sharing it, engaging with it, even hitting the like button, promoting this sort of content has massively helped. Has massively helped us be able to grow the way we have. So let's look at watch hours. So these are the hours that they have watched this channel. The first year that I have on the list, because I was doing it for years beforehand, but the first year on this list that I have, 2021. Again, the last one, 2021, was very low as far as views go, so I'm not really terribly surprised, but it does show you the amount of growth every year that it goes by. And it was very sudden, and even that year looked better than the year beforehand. So the almost 3,000 views was like, oh man, we got so many views this year. This was great. And then it's like, oh, the next year it's like, oh, okay. Next year, oh, okay. So I'm hoping to hit over 1 million views throughout this next year. But as far as watch hours, 21, we only had 133 watch hours. 133 watch hours. That entire year. All the videos on my list had more than that, and all the shorts had a lot more than that. So the following years, 1,500. So we were going up. Year after that, 22. And then this year we haven't got as many. Now this is because, again, if you do the shorts, lots of views, lots of people see them, not a lot of watch time translates over. Now, just as a reminder, on YouTube, you need at least 4,000 hours. Yeah, 4,000 hours during 1 year span in order to get it, in order to get monetized and all that good stuff, be able to have super chats and members and all of that. Last year was the first year I was able to do it, and I've been doing it for years and years beforehand. So it's a long, slow burn to get up to that point. So let's go ahead and see here. And of course, this year we have 24, so not as big, only 2,000 more hours watched. But hey, it's still a little something now, isn't it? As far as growth, as far as subscribers go, this one's a little surprising. We start with 31 in the entire year of 2021, 22, 1,971, 23, we have 5,457 of you guys have joined. This year has been lower as far as our growth as subscribers go. Still nothing to sneeze at, mind you, but it is lower. It's 4,797. So yeah, I know it's kind of
Boring. Oh no, look, it's boring. It's the it's a meeting. It's like a business meeting.
Well, you know what? Keep me accountable, keep me going, keep me creating this stuff, keep me going through the ministry, and we'll keep going. Now, 2 years ago, and actually popping probably the views back up. So in 2022, yeah, it'd be 2022, we did our first, no, 2023, we did our first apologetics conference in Ohio. The first Seek and Share Truth conference in Ohio. We did it again this year. We had I think the numbers were slightly more people showed up this year than they did last year, although we had a huge number to sign up for it. Just very little actually showed up. So next year we're going to have to try to deal with that because, of course, with the fundraising that we do, we fundraise the money and then it's like, oh, wait, now we've got all this stuff. We end up just donating everything we don't use as far as like food and stuff. In fact, the church is the one that owns it. So it goes through the church. All the donations you guys give goes to the church, and then the church then divvies it out if our budget was approved, which it was this year. Well, last year. Well, no, this year still. It's not next year yet. Next year we are planning on doing, hey, thank you. We are planning on doing another Seek and Share Truth conference in Ohio. I would like to see this expand to other states, but we need to have churches that are willing to work with us. And let's be honest, that's few and far in between. So we are looking at sort of either June, July, or August timeframe for that. And this year, in order to try to prevent people just say, oh, I'll get free tickets, I'll just get the free tickets, we're going to end up charging a small amount for it. It won't be enough to cover the conference, but it'll at least say, hey, you are invested in this conference and not going to stiff us and not show up. So that has come as a recommendation by a couple people who already run conferences. That's the way they handle it. Again, not planning on anything too terribly big as far as cost goes, because I want to see as many people as possible there. but I don't want to have, like last year, I think it was like 250 people, I think, signed up for the conference, and we had, I think, half show up. So we had to prepare food for more than 250 people and had to fundraise to be able to provide all of that. And it ended up being an issue. So, and we'll also look at some other avenues, maybe try to contact like hotels in that area, see if it will work out. We can get some deals for you guys. We'll see what happens. Okay. We'll see what we can do. Yes, and I'm looking forward to you coming out and we seeing you there, meeting up at that conference, because that's a fantastic time seeing you there. So, and we always get some good videos. We have so many videos that have not yet been released. That was from that, from the conference. In fact, even from the first conference, we have a video that was recorded, the death of Muhammad, which we have not yet released. It's not in my hands, it's in someone else's hands, and they'll get it out when they get it out. But life is busy and things happen, which I can completely understand. To that end, there are some things happening next year. So now we're looking at, well, actually, let me state one more thing for this year, as far as kind of a disappointment. So some of you guys know, not all of you guys probably, but some of you guys know that I've been working with another channel, share this one instead, with this channel here, John Newton Sci-Fi, doing like movie reviews, that sort of aspect from a Christian perspective. I mean, there is the, you know, doing a review, and Thaddeus from Reason Answered joined us for that one. Here's our most recent one, the Homestead from Angel Studios that we did. We did Red One. Again, all from a Christian perspective, saying, as Christians going to see this, what can we use as talking points to spread the gospel, or things that we should be aware of going in anyway. That being said, he has grown. He's done it for a little over a year that we've worked together, because it's about Christmas time last year that we did it. He's got about 800 subs from that. I'm disappointed in that number. I really am. I thought we would have got more going in, us pushing the channel for a while. I'd like to get other YouTube channels started. That's part of the reasons why I do the spotlights, part of the reasons why I'm working with some Christian content creators to help promote their stuff and get it out into people's hands. Definitely when it's ones that you have, content that they have created themselves. They're not just taking someone else's content, reshuffling it, and then putting it out. Look for the tomb. Yeah, I was hoping that within the first year, actually within the first 6 months, we would have him over 1,000. Didn't work this year. I do plan on working with him still moving forward, but I was hoping it would be further along than that. But it is what it is. And let's be honest, if I would have those numbers the first year I was doing it, I got like, I think it was like 8 subs the first year. Okay? So I got like 8 subs the first year. So, okay. So I need to be realistic, right? Not so much a negative Nancy on everything. Yes, but I was hoping to boost him up a bit more. Again, we're going to continue based upon his schedule. Continue doing the reviews whenever he wants. Now, that being said, I am looking at the future saying, okay, next year, he was sort of the project that I wanted to boost him up last year. I have someone else in the works that I'm working with right now, sort of the same concept, doing live streams with him, hopefully starting the week of the 6th. So I'm not sure yet. He has not yet picked a date or time. I've given him some options, said, hey, here you go. Here's my schedule. Just let me know, and I'll work with you like I've worked with John here to help get him up and running. And this will be a brand new channel from scratch, or at least close to scratch. So definitely look forward to that. And I'd like to continue doing the spotlight and continue promoting and helping other channels grow. So I hopefully do that. Maybe I didn't promote John's as well as I should have. Maybe that was the issue. The next individual that I'll be working with is going to be closer content to what we do here, so maybe it might translate better. But we will talk more at that time once he gives me an actual day. That being said, for this channel, there are two major things coming up this year, and this is where it's going to probably go into sort of wrapping up for this live stream here. The two major changes that will be coming up, opportunity for you guys, one, and just more content on the other end. I'm looking at possibly doing more reaction videos. In fact, even setting aside like Wednesdays before This Week in Jihad. So right before, a little bit before This Week in Jihad, do a live stream on Wednesdays. That would be a reaction to something some Muslim channel posted or something someone wants me to react to. If you guys have things that you want me to cover, or you see things that you want me to cover, either send me an email or post a comment. I know that links, if you post links, that doesn't work. If you just say, hey, check out this channel here, they have some content you need to cover, I will see those comments, hopefully. Other Christian YouTube channels grow. Yep, that is, if we all help each other and lift up each other, because we're all working for the same, we're all working for the same goal. We're all working for the same Lord. That's the goal. Christ is the goal. And we are all working towards that end. I can't cover all these, to tell you truthfully, all the research that John does in all these different movies, what ones he wants to release, you know, which ones would be good, which ones are popular, which ones are coming up, except for this fake anime. That was just fun. That was just a fun one to do. I would love to do another one of those. I don't care so much about these views or anything from it. That was just a lot of fun to do that. But as far as like his research or any sort of development he has that goes in that, I don't have that forte. That's his department. Hello there, individual of truth and defenders. I'm not saying on which channel I want to try to get running next year or who it should be with, but the individual needs to tell me when he wants to do it, and I will make it work. And I will even help set up the live streams, do the thumbnails, all the work, just to help promote. And that's the same thing I did with John here, was help get him moving. Then he was able to do it himself and take off. Now he's got like a whole group of people, just like, I'm not kidding. Homestead was like, I think like 6 people or something like that. Just going. Fantastic time there. It was good conversations. So, power of God and anime on his side. Absolutely. So I'm hoping to be able to do that next year, get another channel up and going. So I'll have 3 channels that I'm helping. Well, I have my own channel that I will be running. Elle's channel whenever she wants to do anything or wants me to dress up like Muhammad or whatever. And then John to do his sci-fi stuff here. And I know he has a book coming out, so his upload schedule for January might be a bit shaky. That gives me a bit more free time to hopefully promote this other channel and get it going and see what the Lord has for it as well. So I'll let you guys know when we establish and where that channel is going to be and when the kickoff date's going to be, which would be a fantastic time, hopefully. So again, I wish, if anything, guys, I would want this channel to hit 1K before the end of the year. I know that's 2 weeks, right? That's a short amount of time, but that would be awesome. That would be absolutely and completely epic. The other thing that's coming up that I think you guys might be a little excited about, because it's something that has definitely a lot of people have asked me about in the past, are involve these goats here. I made the first one for David last year about this time period, and coming up in the next few months, we are hopefully going to have the goats for sale on our own website, as well as Elle's t-shirts, some mugs that we have of Elle's art. I know she has quite a few options as far as that goes, the apologetics groups, all of that art that she's done, she would like to put that on there, as well as on t-shirts, possibly all on there. There is apologetic cards, sort of like apologetic trading cards I want to get up and running as well. These apologetic trading cards would have a topic or a theme, like Islam, for example, would probably be the first one that I get out. I'd like to have 52 of them. That will help you guys, not only would look nice, but to help you guys memorize topics you need to be able to cover. Like, so when someone asks you, you know, where Muhammad dressed up in Aisha's garments, you have the hadith memorized. You can go ahead and just, oh yeah, that's da 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 da. Or if someone asks you, well, where did Muhammad have slaves beaten in front of him and then smile about it while the slaves being beaten? Oh yeah, that's Sunnah Abi Dawood, 1818. Boom, done. Or where does it in the Quran does it call all Christians and Jews the worst of creatures? Oh, that's Quran 98:6. Okay, there you go. Where does the Quran command subjugation of the world? Oh, that's Quran 9:29. Where does it give the reason for that? Well, that's Quran 9:30. So it's the one right afterwards. So that sort of thing, I'd like to be able to help equip you guys to be able to do that and to memorize it so that you can go in the field and you can do ministry. Just on topics that I've covered, as well as topics that I think just end up, because let's be honest, the arguments, they're the same thing over and over again from Muslims, the same thing over and over again from atheists. If you can just memorize these specific topics, you should be able to cover most situations, and we should all be able to give a defense for the faith that we have. So that would be one of the big announcements for next year. I would like to get that store up and running. We'll see what happens with it. But at this point, I want to do the Wednesday live streams starting next year, as well as still continue with Newton Sci-Fi and with the new channel that hopefully will be running. So now for the members. You members out there, we will be switching over to the live stream. You should get a link for that if you guys want to continue the party. It won't be a terribly long live stream. It's just, hey, these are some things you guys need to be aware of coming up as members, and you guys have been chosen to basically invest monthly into it, so you guys get to have this special information. So I will see you guys over there. And to the rest of you, have yourselves a Merry, Merry Christmas. And if I don't see you on Hatoon's live stream here on the 29th and 30th, then I will see you guys next year when we either start up the new channel or the first live stream that I will be back from. So thank you guys so much for a lovely year with you guys, growing closer to the Lord together with you, hand in hand. May God bless you this year, next year, and have a Merry, Merry Christmas. And thank you to all the members. Thank you for contributing and keeping this content going. If you'd like to contribute as well, you can click the join button and share this video. Let us grow closer to Christ together.